What's going on, guys, and happy Easter. I hope everybody's having a great day. We are going to do a quick video, well, hopefully it'll be quick, on a water change that I did. I thought you guys might want to see just how my system works with water changes. I'm all about keeping it simple, and I think you'll see it here, and keeping it easy, because the easier it is, the more likely you are to do it. So you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, because here we go. I always change water out of my sump. I find it's the easiest thing, and it also gives me a chance to clean the sump out and then also scrub out my refugium, because ultimately I want the chaeto growing, not a bunch of green hair algae. As you can see, the refugium is kind of dirty right now. So I got these algae scrubber pads from Bulk Reef Supply. This one's for glass, so they're pretty big size, but I just use this instead of a scraper just because it covers a larger area. So we're going to let that settle out. In the meantime, we're going to talk to you about the different pieces of the water change out system that I have here. Alright, so this is my water changing station. I found the design online, pretty simple design, but I was able to create 2 buckets. If you're gonna ever make these, I'll see if I can find a link to who I got it from online before. But if you're ever gonna make these, definitely make sure that you make the distance between the bottom bucket and that first piece of wood taller. It's really hard for me to get salt in there. If I had to do anything over, that would be it. And so the bottom is salt, the top is RODI. You can see way up there I have my RODI canister, and it's coming in through my freshwater line into my house, and it's actually going out through my sewer pipe, which I'm lucky and I have it all here. So a couple things I have: a timer that controls the pump at the bottom. I'll show you that here in just a second. I have a pinpoint salinity monitor. I always put it a little bit lower than 53 just because I let some of it evaporate. And then we have different nozzles. This one controls the freshwater barrel if I want to use fresh water for auto top off on anything, or not auto top off, but if I need to top off my freshwater container. This knob puts fresh water into the bottom. This knob turns on this hose, and ultimately will be what we'll change in the water with here today. The goal is not to carry buckets, so it shoots it into this trash can, this 10-gallon brute trash can, and then I pump it out into the sump. And this little clip right here is a godsend. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend you get one. I think it came with one of my sand sifting tubes, and it just holds a tube in there for you. This shuts off the water flow to the pump, because I have a recirculating pump down there. As you can see, it's plumbed in. If I ever need to service the pump, I can shut that knob off, take the pump off, and then shut that knob off, and there's no more water that's getting to that. This tube here is just, it's a level line. It lets me see where obviously the trash can's not see-through, so you need to be able to see it somehow, and that shows you how high the water level is. And then in here I have a heater, I have a huge power head, and then I have that pump that's recirculating. So there's a hole in the bottom of the trash can, it goes in the bottom, the pump pumps it up and through the top, and in the meantime the power head in the bottom is spinning it all around, so it mixes it up pretty quick. Once I have a full thing of salt water, and I'm not going to change it right away, I'll use the timer to only put the pump on for maybe 8 hours a day or something like that. And I just suck the detritus out of the sump with that, and then it goes right into this trash can. This is my dirty trash can, I call it, and there's a pump in the bottom there. It pumps the water up to this. There's a check valve there so it doesn't come back. And then this is connected directly to my sewer pipe. And then that other line, that black to white line that goes in the top, that is for my RODI waste. So again, simplicity is key here. This is something that I didn't find online, I made myself, and it's been working pretty good. So this pump has float switches in it, but when you're changing water, I want to change like a full bucket. This bucket is the same size as the buckets over there, so I shut off everything. I let this bucket fill up, then I turn on the sump pump, that pumps out, and then I'll refill the sump here. So it's important that you shut off your auto top off, you shut off your protein skimmer, anything that's in your sump, along with your heater, because if the sump gets too bare, then guess what? The heater is going to fry an element, and that's not good. And obviously shut off your return pump. Alright guys, so as you can see, I like to fill this trash can up as high as possible. And look at all that detritus, man. Holy. So now we're going to turn on this spout here. Is going to have all the salt water from that container. We're going to shut off the water from circulating. Then we're going to turn that on. As you can hear, it's already going in there. I'm also going to turn on this isn't just an American like DJ thing, I think, for lighting. I have the pump put on the last one here, so I'm just going to turn that on. And it's going to drain into there. And then all you got to do is sit back, relax, and as I like to say, enjoy the show.